WaN is back, and whew, I don't know for how many weeks I've been away, but finally I'm back home. I think some of you guys noticed already that I was streaming yesterday for a couple of hours and started to ladder on the private server a bit. I guess I stopped somewhere around 10 to 1. My first loss goes to Rudon on the last refuge. But yeah, anyways, I'm finally back. I'm not sure how much time I got to spend in the future, at least for Warcraft 3, because I just found a new job, and I will start this job on September. So from now to I got like 4 weeks left, maybe 3.5, until my job finally starts. Which basically means I got less time to spend for Warcraft 3, but I won't stop at all. So you will still see me streaming from time to time, of course. Yeah, I promised you this replay many weeks ago. I told you guys on several VODs already that I have a great replay incoming between HasuObs and me. This game is like 4 or 5 years old now, and happened also in the Battle.net Pro Ladder season. The other game which I uploaded was vs Grubby, so this is the same year, the same league, the same ladder, and well, yeah. Hopefully, guys, you will enjoy this replay commentary, of course, plus the replay itself. So as you can see, I'm the guy spawning on the bottom right position as Fowie, starting with the Crypt Graveyard build order and going for a late Death Knight Fast Fiends. Same here for HasuObs, who used to ladder on Lord Morsh. I think some of you guys already know that if you were still active somewhere around 2008, then I guess you guys even know more Smurf nicknames during that past. So yeah, nothing really special that I can actually commentate for now. Anyways, yeah, so I've been in vacation for like 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks, near Berlin, and it was really nice. I really enjoyed the trip there with my girlfriend, and she has a 3-week vacation and as well before she starts working again. So we spent like 2 weeks together near Berlin, and yeah, I really enjoyed the 2 weeks offsite home, and hopefully I'll be able to go on the next trip once again, but maybe not in Germany, maybe somewhere else, because I don't really like Germany. The country is not really interesting in my opinion. And let me reduce the volume a bit here. I think it's a bit too loud now. It's a bit too low. And yeah, so both players go for the same creep route here. I started with the green one, same for HasuObs, and going afterwards and finishing the laboratory. He just found Slippers of Agility and Gloves of Haste, and I found way better items actually. I found Gloves of Attack plus Gauntlets of Ogre Strength. Meanwhile, HasuObs creeps his Goblin Merchant already, so he's a bit faster with this one, while I'm going back to buy a new Rod of Necromancy. But as you can see, he spends his last charge of Necromancy here at the Merchant already before he goes back to the base and buys a new one. Both players currently sitting still on tier 1. So you also notice that this is really an old replay. I mean, I'm on 26 supply. Now I'm starting to tech, and at the same time HasuObs is currently sitting on 29 supply and still hasn't started with the tier 2 tech so far, and this just shows everything that this is definitely an old game and not one of the current meta game here. Well, HasuObs reached the level 3 here. I will reach level 3 soon as well, and he just found Sentry Ward, so you will get some nice map control at tier 2 plus map vision as well, finishing off my skeleton scout. And as far as I know, just scouted and noticed that he's now coming to my base. I'm currently sitting on 4 fiends versus 5 from HasuObs, and yeah, there we go with the central rod. I'm not sure if I noticed this one. We will see later on. And oh, I just noticed that I also found sentry wards here on the shop, and this is my sentry ward. Alright, here we go with the little fiend micro, and after clicking on HasuObs fiends, I just noticed that he has done his 1-0 attack upgrade already. So he spent a lot of units for and upgrades here in the early game versus me. My tier 2 tech is almost done. My 1-0 upgrade just finished as well, and yeah, currently I'm sitting on 6 fiends. HasuObs is also going for a 6 fiend, and he has to be careful with this one. I'm not sure if he has a call. Yeah, he has, but nice around here on the fiend. So this fiend will die slowly. It will die, and now his Death Knight has to be careful. I still have 10 mana left, so almost, or yeah, now 3 coils available for the next fight, while HasuObs is currently sitting on almost 2 coils. So I've got 1 more coil left here. Tier 2 tech is done so far, and HasuObs is a bit behind, but not that much. And I'm spending more time to creep here at the middle of the map right now, spawning 2 more skeleton warriors, and HasuObs is now trying to creep check me. And well, damn, I'm currently sitting on 7 fiends, and I'm not sure if this was really clever here in my opinion. Sitting on 7 fiends, of course I got the upper hand here for this fight right now. Nice surround once again on this fiend. This fiend will probably die. I have to be careful with this one. I think I should have moved this one way earlier. I mean, it was surrounded anyways. So I'm losing 1 fiend for another fiend, which was not really that clever. HasuObs still has 1 more coil left and has 2 more low fiends. As you can see how fast these fiends die versus 1-0 attack upgrade here in mirror. So here we go. His Death Knight has been damaged a bit as well. He's still sitting on tier 2 while I already started with the tier 3 upgrade. So this game is actually going really well for me so far. And there we go with the sentry ward. So Lich is coming a bit way too late in my opinion, while HasuObs Lich is there now. He's ready with the Lich. I'm currently sitting on 6 fiends, and HasuObs continues creeping here, and I cannot really creep check him anymore since his Lich is way faster at his army than mine. So the situation is getting pretty ugly here for me. I mean, I could hit and run him a bit, or for a while, but not that long, since once he goes aggressive versus me with a lot of skeleton warriors, as you can see, he can just use Nova and just force me to retreat here in this position. So now I have to be careful with my fiends. I gotta make sure that I'm not losing one of those fiends, otherwise that will throw me back a bit. And my 266 HP Death Knight has to run away here from HasuObs' army since he has 1 more Nova left. That Knight finishing solo the Renegade Wizard over here, and there we go. Switching items, using the healing potion before, well, dropping the Godless Ogre Strength before using the healing potion, and HasuObs now trying to steal my natural expansion creep spot over here. Plus, it might drop a really great item here like Rune Braces or True Shot Aura, and it drops Book of the Magi, which is also a great item here. It gives some more intelligence, so more mana. So either way, 1 or 2 more coils, or even 1 more Nova, which might be really important later on, especially in the mid fight, of course. Having like 2 more coils at the end is really important in an even fight when both have full mana, of course. So I'm tier 3 already. Still no Crypt Lord coming up so far. Here we go with the Skeleton Warrior. So I'll go for the Dark Ranger as a 3rd hero. HasuObs is still sitting on 1-0 attack upgrade. So do I. It's also 1-0 upgrade so far. Nothing special. HasuObs currently sitting on this main with the 2nd hero, which is a Lich. and getting the Orb of Corruption, while I have to retreat with my Dev Knight, getting my Orb of Corruption as well, selling some items which I rather find useless. And late game, like Gauntlets of Ogre Strength, I don't really think that getting plus 50 more HP or something is really that helpful in the later in the end game, especially in Under Mirror, when the opponent has such a huge damage burst as well. And here we go with HasuObs creeping solo his Lich, so he's doing this one way better than I actually do, because his Lich is now level 2.5, while I'm creeping all of my 3 heroes here actually, which is pretty useless in my opinion. My second and third hero are still sitting on level 1. My Dev Knight is almost level 4 though, but this is not really the key level here in upcoming fights now. As you can see, he's getting a Dark Ranger as well. My Dark Ranger has some more experience since I bought her way earlier, and you gotta make sure, you have to be careful with these silence, because if you stack your heroes up like everyone is standing close together, then one silence can ruin your whole game in there. And HasuObs has already a 2-0 attack upgrade, currently sitting on 7 Fiends, and I'm also sitting on 7 Fiends, 1 statue and 50 supply. Nowadays you sit on like 5 or 6 Fiends, 1 statue and 1 Abomination, because Abomination tanks more damage and also deals bonus damage to Fiends. And we're coming up here on one of my Fiend. Both players cast silence on both Death Knights here. Actually, nice burrow here from HasuObs and from me, and well, yeah, from me. And well, this is a situation where I should have go back earlier. Fighting versus Score of the Beast is really horrible, and you gotta avoid that as soon as possible. So as you can see, HasuObs is now forcing me to get as far as behind as possible in my own base. I have the 1 Lich. Got almost killed there. This Fiend barely survives, or no, it died. It died in his base, and yeah, his Death Knight. I think this was the only possible solution here for me to force him to TP out of this base. Just clicking his Death Knight with my Nerubin or Black Citadel, so he gets slowed down, and with Nova and full damage on his Death Knight, he's forced to retreat. So Scroll of the Beast might get useless later on. Yeah, so as you can see, HasuObs is of course continuing creeping here. Both heroes, his Lich now reached level 3, his Dark Ranger reached level 2, and I'm still sitting on 2-1 second and third hero, so he's way ahead with levels. So as you notice, I'm also going to level my Lich a bit solo over there, since I noticed that my Lich is way far behind with the level. And 2-0 versus 2-0 at the moment. Expansion for HasuObs here incoming. Silence come up here on a Dark Ranger, so she cannot silence. He still has a Death Knight in the back, but I got the better army here. First of all, now he's going on my Dark Ranger. My Dark Ranger dies here in this fight, and his Death Knight still has an Invo Potion left. Surround on a Death Knight, but I have to be careful with my Death Knight now as well. Otherwise, I have to TP back there, and I really lack of micro here sometimes. I'm not really moving my stage. I'm not sure if I was nervous back in the days here. Playing versus HasuObs is really well. I don't even know how to express that, because for an upcoming great player maybe, or well, let's say for someone who's trying to get better from day to day in this game, it was a really important match here, even though it was just a ladder game. But beating like someone like HasuObs, who was playing in the EPS, and this kind of game actually shows me that I can at least win a map in a best of 3 versus him, if I'll manage to win this game, of course. But on the other side, I already saw many other players who just got, well, I don't actually know how to call it, but they got raped for sure. And games like these make me a bit proud, and shows me that I had definitely the level back then to have a chance versus former EPS players, of course. So Boru coming up here in the Fiend, even supply fight, I guess. 50 supply versus only 48, but that doesn't really matter because as you can see, 6 fiends versus 5 fiends so far. And he has a statue. I don't have a statue so far, but he has a level 3 lich and no mana, and he also had the rope of the Magi. So both players found the same item at the same spot here. And yeah, well, as you can see, I'm going for the counter expansion, but HasuObs is a really clever guy. He just sent the ghoul to my natural expansions just to cancel my expansion as well. So this ghoul does a lot of trouble. I'm currently sitting on only 4 acolytes. I'm not sure why I never really rebuild an acolyte. Sometimes I realize things that I haven't seen 4 or 5 years ago. So Fiend dies here, silence on my Lich and on my Dark Ranger. One of his Fiends barely survives thanks to the burrow. But I have the upgrade and upper hand with my Fiends over here. But I'm forced to TP out because of a nice round here from HasuObs. Oh, and I'm not sure if ooh, that was close. I really thought that the Dark Ranger might not get TP'd out of there. And yeah, so I just noticed that I'm currently sitting on 4 acolytes and I lost like at least 200 gold because of that. Well, playing versus 2 mines versus 1. But yeah, 3 ghouls so far, 3-1 upgrades on my fiends versus 2-0, so I'm definitely ahead with the upgrades so far. 1 more attack upgrade and 1 more defensive upgrade. But HasuObs is getting the best positions over there in fights, just focusing out my Death Knight, so I have to retreat and he can win some time. Nova coming up on one of my fiends here, silence coming a bit too late, and I'm losing my first fiend here in this fight. And I might lose a second one. Barely survives as well. Dust coming up, so this fiend will die. No, it gets coiled. Will it die? Gets moved out of the group and survives Belly once again with 64 HP. And at the same time, at the fight, 2 skeletons are currently sitting on all of these expansion acolytes, while HasuObs is trying to get rid of them. But my statue just moves right into HasuObs' army. Silence coming up on HasuObs. Death Knight Nova coming as well. And a level 3 Lich finally here for me, finishing off 2 fiends. That was really important. And this acolyte as well, but he's getting too much income here for me right now. And I should have gone for an expansion way earlier. I mean, I'm currently sitting on 800 gold, 47 supply. This is a game where both players actually fight at even supply. No one of both players is actually brave enough to go over 50 supply so far in this game. And well, as you can see, and as I mentioned already before, I'm currently sitting on 50 supply, and I don't really know why I never really went for an expansion once again. Maybe I thought that he still had a ghoul over there, but well, you're watching a replay. It was always fun after 4 or 5 years, just to see your own mistakes that you would actually do nowadays, in my opinion. And there we go with another theme. Man, that's a lot of fiends here. 3, 6, 7, 8 fiends now for me versus only 4. Oh, he's even losing 1 more fiend here. HasuObs currently down on 4 fiends, but here's the first abomination. Nice Nova here in my army, but this fiend barely survives once again. Burrow comes up. HasuObs using dust. 3-1 upgrade. Fiends versus 2 so far. 50 supply versus 52. So HasuObs is finally going over 50 supply for the first time. Statue almost down. 140 HP Nova on a fiend, gets called at the same time, but once again nice Nova here from HasuObs. Frosts my whole army here, and I'm losing 2 more fiends, and HasuObs manages to come back into this game. So this is a really great and intense game with a lot of turnarounds. Well, I've been sitting on like at least 6, 7, 8 fiends most of the time, while HasuObs was down to 3, 4, 5 maybe. And yeah, so for those who are not familiar with German, he's asking me who I am. and I'm just replying that I don't really think that he knows me, and he thinks that I'm the German Fly, aka Timo. I think most of these guys, or nowadays, remember him as being or called Timo. And yeah, now I just revealed myself, said that I was WaN, and he says, I already saw you on Read More. As you can see, former APS players also used Read More, a German esports site. And yeah, back then there were a lot of clan wars going on, and as you can see, HasuObs was also one of these guys who followed the well, yeah, I think he followed every single clan war or league so far, so that's why he knows who I am. That was actually surprising me a bit at this point, but it also made me proud that someone like him knows who I am. So nothing special happening so far. Both players currently sitting. Well, I'll make sure that my expansion goes through, but yeah, HasuObs expansion is already running for like 5 minutes now, which is way too long already. 2-0 upgraded. Fiend still, he's not really going for 3-0 so far, but he also likes a wood. Maybe you should have bought a shredder earlier. His main base just collapsed, and my main base has 100 gold left, so there we go with 1-1 mines so far. 60 supply versus 53. He's 7 supply ahead, and I only have 3-4 fiends. He has 3-6-7, 1 abomination, so he has 3 fiends. He's 3 fiends ahead. I'm going for a second abomination. Even though I have the destroyer here in this fight, just silence. Just dispelled the silence on my Death Knight and on my Lich, but he's finishing off my abomination real quick, but somehow he changed his target way too early here, and I'm in a really horrible position here. He's finishing off a lot of units here in this game. HasuObs using his invulnerability potion on his Death Knight, managed to keep this fiend alive once again. Nice burrow here, and Nova coming up on my Lich. Call is there in time, still 300 mana left here on my Death Knight, and he has 2 more burrowed fiends here staying on my natural expansion. I'm not sure why I never really used Death of Appearance. I mean, I have Death of Appearance in my inventory. Death pack on the Crypt Fiend. HasuObs finishing one of my abominations here in this fight, so I'm just fighting here 3 heroes versus 4 or 5 fiends. Burrow coming up here from fiend to fiend. Oh, this Lich gets nowhere and coiled us once again, and HasuObs now sacrifices the second unit here just to keep his Death Knight alive. But he has no Death of Appearance left anymore, and yeah, my Lich still has 1 more Nova ready, so I could have killed the Death Knight in a few seconds. And this fight actually, I'm not sure, 38 supply versus 55, so well, HasuObs just dropped down or lost like 8 supply in this fight, and I guess he rebuilt his army in this fight anyways, and I dropped down to like, or lost like 20 supply or 15 supply, so this fight was not really worth it, but my expansion is still running, and this was really important. There's a next fiend coming up here. 4 fiends in total so far. 3-2 upgraded. It was 2-0, so I have the better upgrades. So sorry, I have to correct myself. 5 fiends already, not 4. And this school just scouted the other expansion on the top right position. I just wanted to make sure that he is not going for a second one, but unfortunately he is going for a second one on the bottom left position, and this is a really great position and moment for him here right now. He has the army upper hand versus me. Hero levels are way better than mine, I guess. 4-3-3, no, 4-3-2 versus 4-4-3. So yeah, he has way better heroes. He even has a level 2 silence, which has a way better area of effect than a level 1, of course. 2 abominations fighting in versus 1 coiled over silence coming up on both players here, except for me. I finish off this abomination though, but I'm not really using my silence. Not sure why. I could have used the silence. He's dropping an item. He just dropped the rope of the Magi just to get some more mana, and this abomination has to stay in the base, otherwise it will get killed really fast, well, really quick, and I don't really guarantee I want to lose this game just because of throwing units away like this, and this abomination just moved back in time before it got caught off here by HasuObs. 49 supply versus 54, so he's 5 supply ahead, but he's going for the second expansion, which is done in like 50 HP, so it's down to like 96% right now, and once again he's finishing off one of my fiends. Now he's forcing me to get really far behind of my natural expansion, but all I can do here so far is just force him to TP out, since he's going really far into the natural expansion with the Step Knight. And the Rubim Tower is of course doing a great job, and this is the moment where I could actually scout his Haunted Gold Mine, his natural expansion on the bottom left position. There's one fiend, might get caught off here. No, not really, but I just noticed that he has a second expansion now. No need to sell all buildings because his army can definitely hold this push, and there's the silence coming on my Death Knight and Dark Ranger once again, but this Dark Ranger just dies. He's not coiling too fast, he just coiled a bit too late, like 1 second too late, so this game might get turned around once again just because he just lost his Dark Ranger. So as you can see, he knows that he has no chance to hold this fight, so he's already morphing out his statues to destroyers, otherwise he cannot really hold this fight. He definitely needs the Dispel now for the silence, since he has no silence available. Web coming up here on 2 destroyers, but my units are standing too much together, and now he's focusing my Dark Ranger since I just called my Lich, and my Lich is just walking around. What is my Lich doing? Oh my god, my Lich is just walking around. This is like one of the biggest issue I had back in the days. I most of the time just walked around and did absolutely nothing. As you can see, I'm just walking around, not really focusing units in the fights. HasuObs losing 1 fiend though, but at the same time I lose another fiend as well. HasuObs losing another fiend, I lose another fiend. 42 supply versus 44, but HasuObs has the better DPS in this fight. As you can see, this fiend barely survives, but Death of Appearance made it possible to kill it, and 40 supply versus 42, but you can see what a big difference it is when you have a Dark Ranger in this fight. But this Rubim Tower will also force me to retreat once one of my units gets slowed down, and woo, this fiend survived with like only 70 HP here.
Our forces are under
and well, I could have been clever in this game and maybe get a Sapper and just kill his Spirit Taurus, so he might get supply blocked later on as well. I don't think he can get supply blocked in this stage of the game, since he's currently sitting on 50 supply anyways, or at least 60, and 2 supplies won't supply block him, I guess. This Lich is almost level 5, while my Lich is not even ready for level 4. I'm trying to kill his Death Knight, but his Death Knight will survive for sure. Oh, and there's the Lich around. His Step Knight isn't really paying attention. There we go with the Lich kill. Maybe no, the coil was the coil. Level 5 here for the Lich, and the Lich goes down here from HasuObs. So he's not really paying attention with this Lich, and it seems like he has enough money here. He's currently sitting on 1.2k gold, so he can revive his Lich, but he has no wood available. Like I said before, he has to get a Shredder here in this game, otherwise you might get some really hard wood issues in this game later on. And as you can see, he's just sitting on 147, so HasuObs sells all of his building. He knows he can't really take this fight here anymore since he lost his second and third hero. His Death Knight is almost down, but he has 2k gold, so there's no need to worry. Actually, I cannot really run into his base once he has his Lich ready. So yeah, Dark Ranger is back to business. He just revived his Lich at the tavern, and yeah, so like I said, I can't really go into his base anymore. And this is a moment of these mirrors where both players now regenerate, just stay in the base, do absolutely nothing. And now we are talking a bit, or I'm just saying that I guess that he just watched one of these CVs that I expected, because this was the only CV I played for the team since I was new to the team. And I might skip and make the game speed a bit up here, because it's way too boring in my opinion. Most of the players just stay on one speed, but when two players just chill around, do absolutely nothing, then I don't really think that it's really worth to watch a game anymore when both players just sit and do nothing. So we have 5-5-3 heroes here for HasuObs at the moment, and 2-0, still 2-0 fiends here for him. I have still 3-2. One expansion versus 1, but 58 supply for him and 56 for me. Plus 3 more statues. I'm going for more destroyers right now. I'm not sure if this is a great idea. I noticed and realized he has a lot, 2 or 3 abominations ready, so this might be a good idea to go for mana destroyer. So yeah, there we go with the 3rd abomination. 5 fiends so far, 6 fiends, 7th fiend is coming up. And that's it so far. Now 2 more stages for HasuObs now, so you just realize, you just got over the shade that I have a lot of stages already. So I think if you went for more ground units, this might be pretty crucial for him, since we both are currently sitting on 1 mine here. Yeah, currently sitting on 1 mine, but in my opinion, I could have gone for this expo as well. I could be a bit greedy, or I should have been greedy after killing a 2nd and 3rd hero, because as you can see, he barely scouts the top right gold mine. So going for the top right gold mine could have been a great moment, or a great game-changing moment here for me. Temple of the Damned currently sitting on, or just getting built here. On a natural expansion of mine. Now he has his 3rd attack upgrade ready on his fiend, so he has 3-0 fiends now. I have a lot of wood actually, even I don't even have a shredder, and this school is taking a long journey. And once again, both players do absolutely nothing, so this is the moment where I'd like to speed up the replay. Once again, he's getting a potion of lesser invulnerability, and it seems like both players face each other, and yeah, it seems like there's even no need for Death of Appearance anymore. He has 1 mana destroyer, while I have 3 at least, but well, 66 supply versus 77 supply here for him. He's going for another statue. Well, this one is even ready, so yes, almost 80 supply versus 68. I'm 10 supply behind, which is a lot in my opinion, after 35 minutes at least. And HasuObs has a level 5 Death Knight already, level 5 Lich. Oh, this destroyer got webbed. Silence coming up here on Death Knight from HasuObs, and I have to play it and run here, but my destroyers get caught off, and my abominations as well, so this is a really horrible position here for me to fight. I'm playing way too bad here, the hit and run. I'm not really executing him, and it seems like that I have a web. I was wondering why I barely webbed here his destroyers. One of his destroyers dies, but I'm down to 38 supply versus 64. He has a better supply here so far. Nova coming up here on HasuObs Death Knight, anti-magic shell as well on my Death Knight. So my Death Knight is safe so far, but my Dark Ranger has to be careful. Potion of Invulnerability gets used, and I'm still going for hero nukes now, but he has the Potion of Invulnerability on his Lich as well. Nova coming up and coil on my Dark Ranger, but my Dark Ranger has to be careful, but I'm losing way too many units. I'm losing way too many units here in this fight. I'm down to 1 Fiend versus 3, and he still has 2 more Abominations. He finishes off 2 more Benjis here of mine, and well, 31 supply versus 56, so this is a really horrible position here for me, and the silence came way too late. Otherwise I could have finished off his Lich here in this moment, and my Death Knight has to TP out. Yeah, I have to TP out of this fight, and it seems like I cannot hold this natural expansion for now. And well, yeah, for HasuObs, finally he breaks through of my expansion. I have to start to get more aggressive right now, otherwise he will kill my expansion. The last mine I have left there is going for my Dark Ranger, and I still have some more silence left and one more Nova, which might be huge if I'm able to kill at least one of his heroes, since he has no more potion of invulnerability left. He has one more left on his Death Knight, but well, I don't even think that I'm able to kill his heroes anymore. As you just noticed, he just finished his Haunted Goldmine on the bottom left position once again. Potion of invulnerability gets used. Nice call on the Fiend. This Abomination will die for sure. And now I'm going all in here on this Lich, using the silence on his Death Knight, and it seems like his Lich dies now, so well done here. But I have to be careful with my Death Knight as well, so Hero Nuke is the only way here for me to stay alive in this game. But well, this natural expansion is pretty much dead, while he's currently sitting on 2 mines now. So I don't really think that I'm able to come back here. My Dark Ranger might die. Ooh. Survives with 7 HP. That was a really close moment here, that my Dark Ranger survived like that. He kills my gold mine. 3.9k gold left on my natural expansion. But yeah, this is a moment where it cannot come back like that, especially versus 2 mines now. He's getting a Necropolis at Cigarette just to stay safe with his expansion. A Death Knight, I just bought a new potion of invulnerability, and he swapped over his Taunt Bottle from Death Knight to the Dark Ranger, so his Dark Ranger survived with like at least 80 HP, gets coiled, and now I'm scouting the bottom left expansion, and I'll see, or I just noticed that he has another expansion over there. He's going to rebuild or to revive his Lich at the tavern. I have 544 heroes so far, so getting some great hero kills here in those fights gave me a lot of experience on my heroes. As you can see, he has 654 so far, while I'm currently sitting on 544. But well, 58 supply versus only 23. That's like 1 Abu, 1 Ghoul, and 3 heroes, and I don't really think that I managed to come back like that. He's his natural expansion over there. Mine just expired. So as you can see, this one has still 4k gold left, and this mine actually, or I lost at least like 4k gold when both mines started. So he earned way too much gold already. I'm trying to get an expansion on the top right mine, but HasuObs is just way too clever and rebuild his second natural mine too fast for me, so I cannot really stay on the same unit amount or amount of units here. And I just started with the Haunted Gold Mine, so this is way too late for me. Both players now sit once again. I'm going to speed up this replay a bit. He has 4 destroyers, now he's just using his destroyers to scout a bit and damage my heroes, I guess, but he cannot really win with 4 or 5 destroyers versus 3 heroes. And yeah, he has the expansion. There's no way for me here to win this game, except that this mine will get through there with 5 acolytes for another 10 to 15 minutes. But then again, HasuObs will probably, and yeah, he will probably push me to death afterwards, so I cannot really defend this. Four destroyers, 3 fiends, 2 abominations, and well, my Lich is almost level 5, but like I mentioned before, he's just going to push me to death right now. He knows he has the upper end of units. Nova coming up on my Death Knight. Invulnerability potion gets used. He's finishing off my Abomination, Silence, on my Lich, on my Dark Ranger. And now he's just going all in here. Lower coil once again, but there's no room for me to retreat. And this is the moment where HasuObs beats me, finishing off my Dark Ranger. GG, well played, and HasuObs finished me after 42 minutes. The unit score is way too high, the hero score is way too high, and even the resources score is way too high. Yeah, so the total score ends up being way too good here for me. Units produced almost the same though. Units killed way better. Heroes are 655, 544. So I was after reading the scores definitely behind, but watching the game it was completely different apart from the last 10 minutes maybe. I think the first 30 minutes was definitely close, and I could have won this game way earlier if I would have gone for a natural expansion for a second time. He cancelled my first try of going for an expo with the ghoul, staying on the natural expansion, but afterwards he just sent him back to the base. So this was a moment where I could have gone for a second try to set up my expo over there, but unfortunately I was too busy taking fights in this at this expo, so I forgot to take an expansion over there. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. In the commentary, if there are any suggestions, then just let me know in the comments or somewhere else in a private message on YouTube, on a stream, or anywhere else. Or if you even know my nickname on Facebook, then just say something there if you got anything else to improve. I really appreciate the suggestions, and yeah, hopefully we will see us each other in the next commentary or first person VOD. So